Giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACHAQUADASH, the monarchs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to the occupants out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. This is going to be a really quick video on this video that was posted by the Hopeful Elect 3. Shalom to that brother. And you see the title here, by strong black woman, right? And pretty much what this woman was saying, going on a rant about is, well, the average black woman rant. We're not cherished. We're just looked past and things like that. And like you see the comment by Elder Yashawama down here says, I wonder why, right? I mean, you wonder why. I'm really shocked that you women are shocked. I really am. I'm really shocked that you women are shocked. But the point that I'm going to make, which I'm not sure where she get that from. Every Jake up and down this block works with their woman, man. I don't get where she getting that from. Anyway, the point that I'm going to make of this video is this, again, the same thing that every so-called every black woman loves saying is men are quote unquote intimidated by you because we don't want to deal with you, right? But while we were dealing with you, we were still intimidated because you were strong and we were weak, and you got your job and careers, and your husband ain't like it. So I had to get rid of him because I'm a strong, independent black woman, and he's just so intimidated. But now that we really don't, now we don't want to deal with you at all, we're still intimidated, right? See, it's a difference. See, this is the importance of looking up words. But trying to teach wisdom to a woman is really, really difficult, right? The importance of looking up words, okay? Number one, what everybody should do is look up that word woman, okay? But besides that, like I said, there is a difference between being afraid or being intimidated and being smart, right? If you see a situation and you know a situation is going to be harmful to you, right, or anybody that you care about, you're going to do your very best to avoid it. I know I would, and I applaud anybody that would. Versus the guy that wants to go head first, like he's Superman, and thinking that he got everything under control, and just being a damn idiot. I kind of did a video on this yesterday, right? About a lot of men, jumping into these relationships, thinking that they could do something different, right? And when things don't work out, they're on the internet complaining about their woman cheating on them, or their woman ordering a whole lot of stuff and forcing him to pay for it. This is on you. This is your fault, okay? Because you were the one intimidated by that woman. Whenever you have a guy that, we're going to get that word intimidate, but let's get this scripture real quick. Proverbs 4 and 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men, right? And that men, talk about mankind, meaning man and woman, all right? Look up the definitions. It says, avoid it, pass not by it, right? Turn from it, pass away, okay? Now, I'm going to get this in a different translation, right? The NLT. It's a very self-explanatory scripture, but, some people still don't get it, when it's plain as day. So, Proverbs 4:14, again, it says, don't do as the wicked do. Don't follow the path of evildoers. Don't follow the path of a wicked woman. Simple. It says, don't even think about it. It says, don't even think about it, right? It says, don't go that way. Turn away and keep moving. So let's get this word intimidate, because this woman, like almost every other woman, says, men are intimidated because they don't want to deal with them. They're look past. And again, because of the stuff that you're saying, you're calling yourself strong and independent. Well, again, I don't understand why you women are complaining about men to this day, even after all those years y'all said that you didn't need us. If you don't need us, why are you still complaining about us? Go do your thing. Go lay with your Edomite boyfriends. Go lay with your white lovers, man. Right? Go ahead. Why are y'all still complaining about black men? I don't get it. Right? All these years y'all said you do not need a man. You're strong and independent. This woman in the same video to show you the mindset of people in general, because you got men that'll say the same thing, man. To show you the mindset of people out here. She said in the same video, right? We need a strong black man that's not afraid or intimidated by a strong black woman. Well, if you're so strong, why are you complaining about needing us? Now you need us? For what? You don't need, you didn't need us all this time, so what are you complaining for? I'm confused, man. I think it was one video. The guy was sitting. It was a meme. One guy was sitting in the car. What do you want from me? What the hell do you want? Because you women don't even know what you want, man. Okay. Intimidation. Okay. Intimidate. Right. Make afraid. Fearful. I'm really confused on this now. So we fear you because we want to stay away from you? No, it's called being smart. And one of those comments on the video, I think it was a brother, they said, you're just mad because men are wising up to the BS. Right? Y'all spend all this time saying we don't get approached. Yeah, because all y'all do is humiliate men. Now you got phones to help do it. And you know the media is gonna go right along with it. Right? Oh man, I can't believe he was a creep. And this man's face is plastered all over, all because they wanted to talk to you because they liked you. So now his face is plastered all over the internet for being a damn creep because of something simple like that. Yeah. So that's why I'm very confused. It says to frighten, make afraid, fearful. Number one, you women are not anything to be afraid of, to be honest. I mean, who do you think you are? That's how high you women think you are, man. Who the hell are you? You're not worth being afraid of. Nowhere near it. You're a woman. So when you go into the word worship, right, it goes into fear, reverence. So like me personally, I would worship, like how we say we worship the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, that we fear the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. That's another way of saying it. I will fear my father and my mother, right? I will worship my father and my mother, right? To a degree, right? It really is worshiping. Not on the level as we worship Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, but everybody, like you worship your manager to a degree. You fear your manager to a degree because that's your paycheck, right? So fear, worship goes into fear. And any man that gets down on his knees for his woman means they worship their woman. Yeah, queen, I got you, queen. Those are the ones that are intimidated by you. Not the ones that'll tell you in your face that you know you're being a bitch, right? Not those aren't the ones that are intimidated by you. We will stand out there on the highways and on the hedges, and as you women are walking by, we will purposely say things, man. As you women are walking by, right, we expose all the wickedness that you women do, right? Whether you like it or not, the truth is going to hurt. We will tell you to your face that your husband is your master. Your husband is your Lord, right? We will tell you that in your face. Do you think any of these simps is going to tell you that? No, because they're the ones that are intimidated by you. In fact, what goes into the word, what is intimidate? Timid, intimidate, timid, right? Fearful, easily alarmed. Now, that needs to be taken out because as a watchman, we are easily alarmed. Most definitely. It's called being insecure. And being insecure is really a good thing. I keep going into this a lot. Being insecure is called being smart. Okay? That's another thing you women love saying. right? Is the man is insecure. Well, yeah. Why not? I'm not insecure even about my money. I could wake up one morning and my whole bank account is wiped away. It's not secure. Insurance. I don't know why they name it that, because that's not insured. Security. Secure. Anything that's secure is safe. You know it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed, pretty much. You got it under control. And nobody has you don't have control over your relationship. Why? Because women, okay, as a men, women do not have fear, man. Okay? This is why they're able to get on the internet and talk how she's talking. Right? So, easily frightened. Okay? Easily frightened. Again, it's shy. There's a difference between being shy and avoiding a situation. There's a difference between being easily frightened and avoiding a situation. Again, the scriptures tell us to avoid stuff like that. You got an ungodly woman, avoid it. Get rid of her. It's not good for your health. It's really not. This is why we have men all up and down this block. They come home, they tired, and come home to a damn brawling woman. Remember that scripture that said, I'd rather dwell on the corner of a rooftop than to be in a house, in a knight's house with a brawling woman? You know what that scripture's saying? Avoid her. Go get yourself a little room, the size of an attic, right? And watch how much more happier you'll be. Do your thing, go to work, come home, and you ain't got no worries. You can come home and do whatever the hell you want to do, man. You come home, go to sleep, come home, watch a movie, come home, play the game, come home, study, right? Which that's what we do. Come home, study, do a video. That's the first thing I do. I come home, hey, look, what video I'm getting ready to do, right? And after that, I'm chilling, man. Because I ain't got to worry about that shit. Because you want to know why? I'm avoiding this situation. Am I afraid of her? You women are not worth being afraid of. Who are you? You get your power from Esau. And we're not afraid of Esau either. Again, that's how high you women think of yourselves, man. But let's I found this. We're gonna go into this article I found not too long. Actually, as I was getting ready to do this video, I ran across this because I wanted the Proverbs 14:1, which says the wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands. This is actually a pretty good article. I didn't think it was going to be all right, but it's actually not bad, okay? And I actually saved it. This is the Bible has a great deal to say about a wisdom and flip side of foolishness, right? So let's go down here, and we want to start down here. Now I already read this Proverbs 14:1. We're gonna start down here, right? It says let me read this a little bit. It says a wise woman, right? Whether she's a wife. And we're going to get that wise part too, because the brother put it in the video. We might even go back to the video just to see it so we ain't got to pull it up. It says a wise woman, whether she's a wife, a mother, a daughter, a friend, whatever combination of the many roles we play as women. This is a woman typing this out or writing this. Is a great blessing. She builds up her house, her family, or her circle of friends. Right? It says a foolish woman, on the other hand, has no fear of God. Who is a woman's God? We're going to get that later. It says, or regard, because if a woman claims to be worshiping the Lord, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, do you know before she gets there, who does she have to go to? Again, these days, it's a little strange, but I'm talking about the natural order of things, right? So it says a foolish woman, on the other hand, has no fear of God or regard for others unless it suits her purposes. Do you see that? It says she is often willful. How many women do we know that that's willful? 100% of them. Right? She is often willful, self-focused. Yeah, I'm a 10. I know I'm a 10. I'm a baddie. I'm a bad bitch, right? It says, and indulgent of her own wants and desires. Yep. These little posts on the internet. Yeah, if a woman, uh, if a man ain't willing to do this, do that for me, shit, he can go, you know what I'm saying? He can get out my DMs and stuff, and they have a whole list of bills and her wants and her needs and stuff like that. It's all about her. And you could thank other men for that BS too, by the way. It says instead of loving and serving others and allowing God to bless her in return, right? It says she is demanding and insistent on her own rights. The same thing this woman literally just said, man. The black woman. That is the black woman all the way through, man. Okay? That's why I said this is a pretty good article. Okay? Let's see here. There's one more point that I want to get here. And I don't remember where it is. Let's see here. Was it down here? Yes. It says wise women are teachable. Oh man. You say something, this video right here will get under a ton of women's skin, man. And you'll get these comments. It's not every woman, brother. It's not every woman. Why do you gotta talk to the sisters that way? Why do you gotta talk about the sisters that way? Well, if they really are sisters, then they would be teachable, right? Instead of making all these excuses and pointing fingers, we're talking about you. Why do you gotta be talking about a sister that way? Proverbs 12 and 15. I think I read this yesterday. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes. Yep, I sure did read this. It says, but he who heeds counsel is wise. A wise woman takes correction well. Man, this is a really good article. It says, but a blabbing fool, it says, is not interested in what anyone has to say. She's got to get in her 2 cents worth, right? So yeah, she's got to get in her 2 cents worth. Yeah, it's well, what about this or what about that? What about this? What about, if you get on a lot of these women, man, they just start talking and they start to yelling and it's ridiculous, right? It says she's always right in her own eyes. She doesn't care about learning. She's too busy talking. Whew, man, this is a really good article. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is pretty damn good. Right? Not bad. Right? I'd probably rate that article probably a 8 out of 10, man. That's pretty good. Anyway, 1 Corinthians, right, chapter 11, verse 3. This is the order. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, YAHAWASHI. And the head of the woman is the man. Very simple. It's very simple. A lot of these old hags sit up there and say, well, I read the Bible front to back. Well, what about the book of Genesis, man? What was the woman made for? That's at the very beginning of the Bible. You read it front to back, right? Did you skip over this? Right? It says, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Christ, YAHAWASHI, is Yahweh, the Most High. Very, very easy, man. Very easy, right? Didn't take long at all. So this is a chapter that I'm going to read. I'm just going to read it all the way through because this is a very self-explanatory scripture. This is Proverbs 7, okay? And this is in an NLT, so it's made a little more plainer, right? A little more plain, right? I say plainer. A little more plain, right? In fact, I want to get one word because you got this so-called strong woman, okay? Strong, physically powerful, a person's firm, bold, brave, constant, resolute, okay? I'm sorry, but that's none of these qualities, none of you women have, okay? None of you have. I'm sorry, except the sisters, but like I said, see, it's a shame that I gotta sit up there and say, yeah, except the sisters. This goes to no women not taking corrections, right? Again, if you're a sister, you're a sister. You're doing your very best, right? But unfortunately, every woman on this planet have fallen into whoredom. Why? Because every man on this planet has, right? It's no way of sugarcoating it. And anybody wise would accept it, would love the person that's correcting them. The way that you women are going, you following Sexy Red and Glorilla and all these other guys, girls and guys and shit. That's not the way of life, man. That's the way of disease. That's the way of death, right? So yeah, you're another way of saying strong pretty much is wise. And then this brother actually put a scripture in this video going into that, Ecclesiastes or Ecclesiastes 26 and 26. A woman that honors her husband, another way of honoring somebody is reverencing them. And right? So it says a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. Okay. So let's read on. It says, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride, right, shall be counted ungodly of all. Right. So what's the opposite of wise? You women are idiots. You're idiots. Pretty much. There's no other way of saying it. So anyway, let's go back to this chapter that this is actually a really good one here. So again, this is Proverbs 7 in the NLT. All right. So this is verse 1, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna read it all the way through. I'm not gonna stop breaking anything down. I'm just gonna read it all the way through. So it says, follow my advice, my son. Always treasure my commands. Obey my commands and live. Guard my instructions as you guard your own eyes. Tie them on your fingers as a reminder, right? Write them deep within your heart. Let wisdom, love wisdom like a sister. Make insight a beloved member of your family. Let them protect you from an affair with an immoral woman, from listening to the flattery of a promiscuous woman. While I was at the window of my house looking through the curtain, I saw some naive young men, and one in particular who lacked common sense. It says he was crossing the street near the house of an immoral woman, strolling down a path by her house. It was at twilight in the evening. As deep darkness fell, the woman approached him seductively, dressed and sly of heart. She was the brash, rebellious type, never content to stay at home. Remember that scripture that says she is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house. That's what that is. She is often in the streets and markets soliciting at every corner. She threw her hands around, she threw her arms around him and kissed him. And with a brazen look, she said, I've just made my peace offerings and fulfilled my vows, right? You're the one I was looking for. I came out to find you, and here you are. My bed is spread with beautiful blankets, right? With colored sheets of Egyptian linen, right? I've perfumed my bed with myrrh, right? Aloes and cinnamon. Come, let's drink our fill of love until morning, right? Let's enjoy each other's caresses, right? Or caresses. It says, for my husband, it says, for my husband is not home. He is away on a long trip. He has taken a wallet full of money with him and won't return until later this month. So she seduced him, right, like a succubus, right, him with her pretty speech, and enticed him with flattery. He followed her at once like an ox going to the slaughter. He was like a stag caught in the trap, awaiting the arrow that will pierce its heart. He was like a bird flying into a snare, little knowing it would cost him his life. Avoid it. It's what I was just saying. Avoid it. So listen to me, my sons, and pay attention to my words. Don't let your hearts stray away toward her. Don't wander down her wayward path. It says, for she has been the ruin of many. Many men have been her victims. Oh my goodness. How many men are dead or in jail behind these women? Come on, man. Most men die behind them. That's what most men die from. Right? It says her house is the road to the damn. It says her house is the road to the grave. Her bedroom is the den of death. Again, it's one thing of being intimidated, and it's another thing of being smart. Okay? And this right here is just saying be smart. Right? That's all this is saying. Be smart. Right? So that's all I have on this video. So I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Shalom.